Lack of internal rotation in the hips can actually cause things like knee pain and even back pain. Internal rotation is a normal movement of the hip joint that your body uses every time you squat and every time you get up and walk, and even do things in your workouts like lunges. So when that motion is limited, then your body has to get it from somewhere else. And usually that's the lower back and even the knees. Grab an exercise band and do this internal rotation warm-up before your next leg workout. You're gonna step your foot into the band and bring it all the way up in the crease. This is gonna be pulling directly to the side. Now you're gonna get on your hands and your knees. Now without hiking your hip or moving your torso, you're gonna slowly rotate your foot out to the side and hold this position for 5 seconds. You're gonna come back in and do this 10 times on each side. This movement assists the hip joint in gliding better into internal rotation. Now you're gonna lie on your back and place your feet flat on the floor. You do want your knees to be wider than hip width apart. You also want your feet to be a little bit further down than something like a standard glute bridge. So you're gonna slowly lower the foot down to where you're trying to almost touch the inside of your foot to the floor, but you do not want your hips to lift or twist. You're not forcing this move, and then you're gonna hold this for about 5 seconds, and then you're gonna come back up. So you're just gonna continue doing this movement without forcing it, without allowing that knee to go past your midline. You're gonna do this 10 times on this side, and then you'll switch and you'll do the same thing on the opposite side. This activates the muscles that stabilize the hip and help keep the pelvis steady when you do things like squat, walk, or lunge. Next, we're gonna work on increasing internal rotation strength under load. You're gonna stand roughly hip width apart. From here, you're gonna shift the weight over to the working leg, and you're gonna come back into a nice wide lunge. You're gonna shift the torso slightly to where it's just at a diagonal over the leg. You're gonna hold this position for 5 seconds. Then you're gonna come back in the middle and you're gonna stand back up. You're gonna continue doing the reps on this side. And then once you're done, you're going to switch and you're gonna do the opposite side. Make sure you're doing 10 reps per side. When you improve your internal rotation in your hips, your body moves more smoothly and your workouts become more efficient.